Vicki Fowler, Alice Haig, got the shock of her life when she uncovered the identity of her blackmailer. And let's just say that it wasn't the person she expected. The show favorite, as viewers know, is set to wed Ross Marshall, Alex Walkinshaw, in the coming weeks but has been unable to resist the charms of Zach Hudson, James Farrar. Earlier this week, Zach agreed to be the stripper for Vicki's hen-do. Kathy Beale, Gillian Tailforth, who had spotted the connection between the two previously, was less than pleased to see the chemistry resurface on the evening in question, and thus she set off the fire alarm, hoping to put a dampener on the sparks. Her plan backfired, however, with Vicki and Zach subsequently sharing a very passionate kiss in the alley beside Harry's barn. And little did they know that they'd been snapped on camera, with a shocking blackmail demand soon issued by the mystery photographer. With some help from Mark Fowler Jr., Stephen Aronsiple, Vicki and Zach launched an investigation, hellbent on tracking down the person responsible for their plight. Vicki was led to believe that Ian Beale, Adam Woodyard, was the culprit, though he soon poured cold water on that theory. The truth came to light in Thursday's offering of the BBC One soap, which can be streamed now on BBC iPlayer, with Louis Jake McNally revealed to be the blackmailer. Ian uncovered the truth after his grandson's phone proceeded to beep, and thus he wasted little time in informing Zach, who raced to stop Vicki from spilling the beans about their affair to unsuspecting Ross. Louis was apologetic and explained that he wanted the money to help Lauren Branning, Jacqueline Jossa, and Peter Thomas Law, who are struggling financially. Vicki agreed to keep stum in exchange for the photo being deleted, and that Louis promised never to divulge what he witnessed. But this is Walford we're talking about. Surely it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out, especially with the wedding around the corner. The rain fell in a relentless rhythm over Albert Square, turning the cobbles slick and reflective, like a mirror Vicki couldn't bear to look into anymore. Ever since the messages started, her life had become a quiet storm. I know what you did. TikTok Vicki. Pay up or everyone finds out. At first, EastEnders fans might have expected Vicki to brush it off. After all, she'd faced drama before. But this was different. This wasn't loud, explosive chaos. This was precise, calculated, personal, and it was closing in. The breaking point. Vicki stood alone in the dim light of the cafe after closing, her phone trembling in her hand. Another message blinked onto the screen. Tonight. No excuses. Her chest tightened. "Who are you?" she whispered, though she knew there'd be no reply. The bell above the door suddenly jingled. Vicki spun around. "Sorry, we're closed." She stopped mid-sentence. Standing in the doorway, soaked from the rain, was someone she never expected. Sharon. Sharon stepped inside slowly, her expression unreadable. "You look like you've seen a ghost," Sharon said quietly. Vicki forced a weak laugh. "Maybe I have." But Sharon didn't smile back. "I think we need to talk." The truth surfaces. Minutes later, the tension between them was suffocating. Sharon sat across from Vicki, hands folded, eyes locked. "You've been acting strange," Sharon began. "Jumping every time your phone goes off. Avoiding people. That's not like you." Vicki looked away. "You're imagining things." "No," Sharon said firmly. "I'm not." Silence stretched. Then Sharon reached into her coat pocket and placed a phone on the table. Vicki's heart stopped. It was her number. Her messages. Every single one. "I knew it," Vicki breathed, her voice shaking. "You've been blackmailing me." The words hung in the air like a gunshot. The reveal. Sharon didn't deny it. Instead, she leaned back, her expression hardening. "You left me no choice." Vicki stared at her, stunned. "No choice? You've been tormenting me for weeks. And you think what you did wasn't torment?" Sharon shot back. Vicki's face drained of color. "You think I don't know?" Sharon continued, her voice low and dangerous. "About that night. About what you covered up." Vicki's hands began to shake. "No one was supposed to find out," she whispered. "But I did," Sharon said. "And I've been waiting for you to come clean. You didn't. So I pushed. The secret." The room seemed to close in around Vicki. Flashbacks flooded her mind. The night she tried so hard to forget. A mistake. A terrible, irreversible mistake. "I was scared," Vicki admitted, tears welling in her eyes. "I didn't know what to do." "So you did nothing," Sharon replied coldly. I protected people. Vicki snapped, her voice breaking. You don't understand. Then help me understand, Sharon said, leaning forward. Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you've been protecting yourself. The fallout. Vicki collapsed into the chair, her strength gone. You could have just talked to me, she said weakly. Sharon shook her head. Would you have listened? Vicki didn't answer. Because they both knew the truth. No. The twist. Just as the silence settled, Vicki's phone buzzed again. Both women froze. Slowly Vicki picked it up, her breath catching as she read the message. Then she turned the screen toward Sharon. A new text. Nice reveal. But you're both wrong. Sharon frowned. What is this? Vicki's voice trembled. It says the real game starts now. Another message followed instantly. You thought it was Sharon? Cute. The color drained from Sharon's face. I didn't send that, she said. Vicki's eyes widened in horror. If it's not you. They both turned toward the door as a shadow moved outside, just beyond the frosted glass. Watching. Waiting. The cliffhanger. The bell above the cafe door rang again. But this time, no one was there. Only the echo of footsteps fading into the night. And the terrifying realization that the blackmailer, the real one, was still out there. Smarter. Closer. And far more dangerous than either of them imagined. Vicki clutched her phone tightly, her entire world unraveling. This isn't over, she whispered. Sharon nodded grimly. No, she said. It's only just begun. Next time on EastEnders. Secrets explode, alliances shatter, and the true mastermind steps out of the shadows. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Crown ST.